I'm so fucking tired of people saying we as taxpayers, we as taxpayers, we as taxpayers as it relates to student loan forgiveness. We as taxpayers have our taxes used for shit that we don't support all the fucking time that is actually not helpful to our country. Like supporting the Israeli occupation of Palestine. Like black people having to pay taxes for pools they couldn't swim in, for land they couldn't own, for businesses they couldn't patronize, etc., etc., etc. Taxes are consistently used for wars and conflicts that we do not support. Our taxes are used to pay the lost lawsuits of police who have been engaged in police brutality, sexual assault, etc., etc., etc. Miss me with this all of a sudden hyper awareness for, well, what about our taxes? No, what you're failing to understand is that in a society, folks should band together to support things that elevate the society. When we support higher education and the increased amount of people to, one, be able to attend and have higher education, and two, people to be able to use their higher education because they are not having to work whatever kind of job they can to pay for the loans that they got to get the higher education, what we are doing is we are prioritizing intellectualism and education. And when we do that, what we're saying is we want more people to have access, because knowledge is power. And when more people have access to knowledge, they have access to critical thinking, they have access to comparative analysis, they have access to financial education, they have access to awareness of their rights. These are the things they're scared about, because they know that the more people that have access to all of those things, the less opportunity that the people who are in charge will have to run them. The power is being hoarded every time we limit people from being able to acquire higher education and to be able to utilize their higher education. So I am happy to have my taxes go to helping people get their loans forgiven and not have to get loans in the future, because I know that that's going to help close this gap between the wealthy and the middle class, and it is going to help diminish homelessness. It's going to help diminish drug addiction. It's going to help diminish unwanted pregnancies and ultimately poverty. Let me also say this. Anyone you see that starts their sentences with ranting about wanting the economy of America to be on point, I want you to ask them, what do they want the economy of America to actually represent? Because when people say that, a lot of times they don't even know what they're saying. And they are willing to forsake and forfeit so many ethics simply to feel like they got some money. Them's ain't the ones.